Hello everybody, I can't believe another Try It Tuesday has come round. This week has gone amazingly fast. Oh gosh, I had a few things where I couldn't get in the studio this week. I can't remember what it was now. Plus I've been cutting some other things, so I couldn't really get round to videoing, so sorry everybody. Anyway, I'm going to go back to some layouts. Hold on a minute. On Pinterest. Let me find that first. What I will do, I will put in the description box my Pinterest posts, because they're all there and you can go and then visit the people that say we used, and there's loads. I've added some more today, this morning, just for a bit of freshness, because I haven't added any for years. That's if I can find it. Sometimes when you use this Pinterest, things move. Because it should be under L, yeah? I most probably missed it, didn't I? I mean, Art Happy Mail. What's that doing in there? That should be under A, shouldn't it? OP, then A. Oh, I don't know. I don't get that. So, no idea. There we go. Layouts. Ugh. Anyway. Okay, so I've added some more, which I think might work for junk journals and things like that. As if there was a few good ones here, like this at the top of a page would look lovely coming down. You could, make it smaller as well, because that could be a bit of washi tape, and just shrink things down so that it's on a part of the page, doesn't take over the whole page, but the concept of everything is the same. I'm going to do one. I mean, like, there's pockets here. I mean, these are absolutely brilliant for beginners. Brilliant. All these little things. These could be a belly band where you could, again, make everything smaller. So it'd work. These here, this one is good, because those can be a corner tuck. Yeah. So I'm going, and I put some of these in, because this is where I have trouble with ones like this. Okay, I always did when I was card making. I used to do them and then put them on the mantelpiece, and I used to be looking at them, seeing if I could live with it, because my eye is very straight, and by 2 days I think I lasted, and I used to rip everything off and straighten it. So yeah, I put them in there because I think, whether I do it today, I doubt it. But I want to work more with, my sister does it and puts everything all different jaunty angles and that, and it looks brilliant, and I love it. It's not as though I don't like it. I do like it, but when I do it myself, I struggle with seeing it. So, like this one here, I thought was a really good example. So I will try and do something like that in, coming up. This is the one I want to do, because I think that will look lovely as a top. Doesn't have to be a circle. I would shrink that down and have the circle in here. So I'm going to do most probably just 1-2 layers, and then that, yeah, which I've already cut it. All right, and don't take any notice of the measurements. I'm doing it the same size as a page. I'm not sure whether it'll go in the journal that I'm using at the moment, because it is full. So I've just got a page here as an example. Okay. So you just pretend that's a page. And I've got, I've just cut down some of the paper. Yeah, so I thought that would go at the top. Okay. This would be, I would cut this down with a jagged edge, most probably with a ripped edge. Yeah. And then this would go right underneath, and if anything poked out the top, I would do it. Now that could all be together like that. Okay, put that down, and that could be your placement, and that could, the whole thing could be a tuck spot. Yeah, but just, it's a little bit different. This could be lace. Yeah, I'm gonna try it with lace. I might do another one and then do it with lace. So, well, I'm gonna stick that on there and then rip my edge a bit. So I'm gonna sort of come up like that. Yeah, it's just embossed vellum, so okay. This is a nice easy one, isn't it? I don't want to, I'm not sticking mine on because I might use this in another journal. I don't want to come down any lower. If it was a card, yeah, then we could come down lower, you know, that could be a different colour, of course. Do something different there, and then that, and then that. Yeah, but even that is an upside down. And also, just think, could be a nice pocket too. So, which we've all done pockets like that anyway, but that could sort of go there, and that could be all together, and that could be a nice little tuck spot. So yep, but I'm not doing that because I want it higher. So this is how we adapt. Okay, right, I must probably stitch around mine. I'm going to do one with fabric because I think that will look nice too. Let's get the right side. That's right, wouldn't it? Oh, I should have, I'm going to stitch mine anyway, so, but I should have inked that up, yeah? No, I just think these are really good for beginners, and I really enjoyed the last lot I made. So that's why I thought, right, are we going to do that in the middle-ish? Let's have a look. So that's going to go there. I'm just wondering whether to actually, that's got to be a load higher than that. I think about there. I'll get away with that, I think. Okay. Just like that. I might add a little bit of lace to that actually. Right, I am going to put a bit of under here. It doesn't show too, this one's really good. I'm not, you know, if you've got one that does show, then, you know, please don't use it, but this one's actually pretty good. I'm just going to keep that flat, and then put a bit on here. Come out a bit fast, really. Okay. Now, would I have thought about doing that without looking at that template? Most probably not. I would have most probably just gone down and ripped something, bit collage, you know. But I'm actually quite liking it. So I shall now go and stitch around it. Okay, I stitched around that. And because this was on, it's not on the page, on very thin paper, copier paper, I just backed it with a bit of book page. Oh, okay, so that's the best thing to do. All right, the top's okay, but when you think that you've got things going in and out the pocket, you want something there that's not going to curl and things like that. So I only just done it, so it's not dry yet. Yeah, I thought, oh no, it's a little bit flimsy for things going in and out of the pocket, so I done that, which that all could be done first. Now I'm thinking about it, so that one's all right. And also where, you know, we have the circle, I'll just show you that again. There, it doesn't have to be a circle. That can be an embellishment, yeah, of whatever you want. So that's there. Okay, I'm working with, you know, the bits and pieces I've got left from this kit, and this was a freebie, so I thought that might look quite nice there. So that's gonna, when you think, actually I could do maybe a little bit smaller. If I got a smaller one of those, I should have, but whether I've used it already, could be. Oh, too small, that one. That's a small one. That's not the right tone. That tends to lend itself to that way. So, oh yeah, that's better. That's a little bit overpowering, wasn't it? Okay. All right, so pretend this isn't a journal. Right, and we've glued that down. So that can go there. And always trim that a bit more after, and nice pink butterfly. Yeah, that was very easy, wasn't it? And I would let that stick, and then I always go around and make sure the little flaps are stuck down, or because it will catch. Do you know what I mean? Inside journals, I love them when you do them three-dimensional, but inside journals it's not practical. I don't think so anyway. Outside maybe, and then a few layers of varnish might work. So I would glue that down after, and also maybe trim around that bit as well. Okay, so that's that one. So, and also what's good about things that are, I mean, up here, and then you put something in, right, is that it balances all the pockets and that we tend to put down the bottom. Do you know what I mean? Because you notice sometimes on the top right hand corners here, it's very, you know, it sort of sinks in where you've got so much here but nothing there. So this way you can, you know, it's like a top tuck. So I like them. So next one I'm going to do is one with a bit of lace. So okay, I've got a bit of that. This might be bigger than this. I just quickly cut it down, and that's that. And we just need a bit of lace. I'll cut it down after. I did have some somewhere. Oh, it's a bit. Don't want a short bit. I want a long. There we go. Longer bit, because we need to come down at an angle. I'll just check my angle. Okay. Right. Okay, so that is going to be straight, but we don't want this straight. Yeah. So we need a little bit extra. So when we glue that down, we can cut. When we do straighten that bit, we can cut down there. Do you see? So you're cutting off a triangle. If you cut this the right length now, you won't have enough to maneuver it. So this is actually really thin, so I might cover that and that with a book page. Actually, it's really, that's hardly, I think that's even lighter than 80, isn't it? That's about 70, I think. Sometimes I forget, and I've got different paper in my printer, and I print it out. So it just shows you how much you can get out of just even, you know, these are card templates. And there's some nice scrapbooking ones as well. They used to be all the rage years ago. Remember after the other video, people say, oh my gosh, yes, I remember those, you know, when we used to follow them, and different groups used to have one a week and used to do all the like cards of that week. But that was when I was, oh, I think, yeah, there wasn't, was I on the internet then? I don't know. It's a long, I had about a 10-year break from, you know, really, I was really like into computers, and then I didn't have one for about 10 years. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it when I got back into it. That it's just like the internet. Wow, Google. What a place. Full of information. I was one of these people that always liked reference books in libraries. You know, silly things like that. I wasn't academic, but I just like reference books. Let's go to the library and read them. So the internet to me was like, oh my god, if I want to know something, I can find it out. And that was brilliant, like instantly. That's better. Oh, and to do me thing, I usually just fold it up like this, my banner, yeah, like that. And then you don't have to crease it, just hold it, and then you've got yourself a banner. Creases a bit sometimes, but doesn't matter. Right, those I'll keep, and then chuck those bits away. That's not very straight here, look. Doesn't matter because you trim it down anyway on it. I always make it slightly bigger than the page, and I can trim it down, especially making a heads as well. And sometimes what I will do is when I stitch, I'll come in a little bit as well, just so that I've got room to cut, or if worse things happen, not now so much that's there, but even then, if I got to cut it off, I can, and I'll restitch. It still looks okay. You know, don't think, oh, I can't use that now because it's not the right size. I've got to stop thinking like that and just think, right, we will make do. Okay. There. Okay. Now you've got to think straight, so what I'll do, so I'll put that there, like that, get that off, and this is usually a triangle this side as well, so put this on here, just come in a bit in case we have to trim or anything like that. That is great. I shall just put a bit down there. I'll do, put a bit of this on. Okay. Give me enough if I, you know, actually want to stitch that to a page. Okay, that would be great too. Yeah, like that. And then you see I got slightly overhang there. Okay, which is fine because we just cut it off. Right. I prefer things to be where we have to trim a little bit rather than too short. But then there is ways around that too, so don't despair. Sorry, that's a bit noisy. Yeah, I do notice things like that too because I've got very sensitive ears. Okay, love that. Okay, again, you know, it's a take on that. I shall just go in stitch around that, and then we can find a embellishment of some kind. Oh, I've got a rose. Not sure whether it's the right tone though. No, they work. That's fine. Did cut some out a couple of days ago. Ooh. That butterfly wants to be in there, didn't it? It was attached to me. Okay, so I stitched around that one. Right, and I mean, sometimes when I do say I do this sort of thing, sorry, I got a bit fumbled then. You don't need to stitch around. You can actually stitch it onto the paper, you know. But if you're making a head, you can do them just so they look nice. Really, I'm doing that so that they look nice today. But I would leave these, to be honest, and then I would stitch them on and use the stitching then. Okay, but this way I'll just glue them down, which again is fine as well, because it could be something that you know you've already put the journal together and you need it, so you know it's okay. Right, yeah, so I think here we'll use a rose on this one. Could have done with my hot glue gun on for this. Really, what I will do is just put a bit of paper in there just to lift it up a little bit. just lift up the middle. Okay, saw that from Yvonne. I thought, what a brilliant idea. I really did, because I thought, oh, sometimes, you know, I actually, my little foam pads are, I've no idea, they're over there somewhere. And I'm thinking, oh, if you want something quick, you know, ideal. And I just lift up the centre a bit. And you haven't got your hot glue on either. I need a little bit of glue on that bit there. It's okay, quite enough on that edge there. Okay. Come on. It will stick in a minute, as it's taking its time today. Or I'm too impatient. One or the other. I quite like that down there, but let's get that in there. Don't ask me why I wanted it there, but I did. Okay. And have you noticed I stayed away from the edge just in case I have to shorten that? Yeah. But that way it still looks okay, yeah? I mean, if you do it and you knew exactly where it was going, then you could put it right on that edge, which would be great, but I'm not sure yet. So it's number 2. I don't think we need the butterfly on that one, really. No, we don't. I'll leave it. Okay. So that was with a bit of lace, and that was a bit of vellum, or you could use another different, you know, piece of scrapbook paper, you know. Get ready some scrapbook paper ready to put in a journal. All right, that's those. Let's do something else now. Okay, so this is the next one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way I screenshot it. But it's actually a card, you know, but I thought this would lend itself to a nice pocket. I wouldn't do most probably the 2 circles. I would, this is the pocket here. That could be lace or some grosgrain ribbon. Ribbon would look nice there, but I'm going to put lace on mine. I'd have a circle here, but I'm going to change it around a bit to suit a pocket. I do similar to this actually, but this is where this sort of thing could lean to. Yeah, you don't need to do the bit of stamping, and you know, that's more of a flatter thing. So I will sort of do it out of, say, the kit papers or scrapbooking papers, anything like that. Okay, and we'll go from there. Might not need the bit I'm using, it's got butterfly, so I won't need the butterfly there. You know, this is how you adapt. All right, so here's my pocket. So you've got to pretend that's my pocket. There we go, which I will cut that down after. So there, I shall ink around that. It's a little bit long, but that's all right. This is that freebie page. I've used it so much with that journal I'm making. I can't believe it. But it's just like really gone well. And I've done that in January, I think. January or February. I can't remember. But it's been a real great, because like backing thing. Because I think there was all tonal ones as well. It was that was one of the collage sheets. So I'm trying to do, when I do the Tuesday ones, I'm trying to do it so that I've got a few things ready, if you know what I mean. So it's more of a tutorial than a process video, whereas my process videos, I just literally put the camera on while I'm working, you know. I've sometimes got things in mind and sometimes I haven't, so these are just bits. Okay, I haven't cut that out. That was actually left over from something else, but I think I'm going to use it today. So on this, it's a little sentiment. This is just a bit of paper that you see me occasionally stamp. Just ink around that. I think that's it. I don't need the butterfly, I don't think. Right, so the first thing I'll do is put some ribbon, not ribbon, lace on the inside. Washi tape would look nicer as well. Nice piece of, you know, corresponding, or corresponding, is it coordinating paper would look nice too. Washi tape would look great. Right. I am using this, and that also strengthens it. If you don't use anything, I would suggest you put a bit of, you know, not so nice washi tape on the inside there to strengthen that pocket. It's because you're going in and out of things and they do get damaged. I do like to see it on the page when I'm doing this. I think it looks better. There we go. So that will be stitched on. Okay, I'll get these things organised. That is going to go as just a punch on the end there. And I thought that would look nice if we had that a bit lower. So I'll just glue that on. And again, this is from that collage page. So that's all going to go there. This, I think, will go on the inside here. So what I'm going to do at the moment is just glue that down. Not to lose too much of it, so it's literally just the edge there. Right, circle, I just punched out a circle with a 1.5 inch punch. Don't want to mess that around too much yet while it's drying. Oh. Yeah, so I think this is either gonna go like that. Okay, and then that's going to go there. I mean, it looks lovely, that's sticking out here, but I think, you know, you'd have to put that on card or something like that, because that looks, when you do that, again, that looks really balanced for that page. But you're going to have something in that pocket, so I think you'd be all right. So I would just put that, say there. I'll put that down. If this was plainish, then nice, I would do it most probably that way and then a butterfly over the top. But and you could glossy accent this butterfly so it would stand out really well. I might even come down just a little bit. It's about there, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do, stitch it down here first. This I actually think could be glued on. So I'm going to also stitch around this and stitch down there, and then we can just glue that on. There, sorted. And there we go, a pocket. So it was really easy, wasn't it? Yeah, I would cut this off and stitch that on, or do what you do normally, or even just, if I was gluing this in, I would stitch all around it and then glue it down, and then you've got a tuck spot. Yeah, but like I said, you just say some music paper in or something like that. and that can look quite nice. Yeah. So, or any of the spare pieces that you get left over sometimes, they look good from the kits, and then put them in. But I quite like, because that's quite floral, I prefer something plain behind it rather than patterned, because that just balances right there. And sometimes I'll do that, and then I will make this a feature, and I'll put some lace down there as well on that. So it looks like you've sort of, rather than just sticking a piece of paper in, looks like you've done something with it, really. So I do that sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Okay, that's it. So then I'll do another one, but I'll just show you where that come from just following that. You know, that was a card, and now we've turned that similar thing into a pocket. Yeah, but you wouldn't know at all. Right, I'll find another one for you. Right, oh, I had to put my jumper on, it turned a bit cold. Right, the next one I'm going to do is this. I thought it would make a nice corner pocket here. I would prefer if that circle come touch down here as well, and then we cut off. Yeah, and these, you know, little tickets, bit of ephemera. This I'm going to use, this could be a doily, okay, but I'm going to use a circle with one of these net doilies over the top, because I know it doesn't, you know, it's not too thick. But if I was doing a journal that didn't have a lot going on, that would be lovely as a doily and hanging off the page, actually. But I thought I'll do it this way, and then I'll go from there. Okay. Right, so what I've done, I've got a circle. The circle I used was 2.5, I think. Sorry, because that was the size of these. Yeah, 2.5. But that's only because that's the size that comes on this top. So, so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. It's lovely. I cut them out. I would love to use it all over the page, but it's, it's too nice. Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to glue that on there straight away. I'll do it with a glue stick for this, because I might stitch around as well. So it just holds it in place, that's all. Okay, I'll put that over there because I only lose it. Right, what have I got? I've got a couple of tickets here, and yeah, that'd be all right. Okay. This is going to be a really quick one. Let's see if I can find another one to do after as well. Right, so I think, you know, something like that is a corner tuck. So I'm going to cut these down, because I do use bits of tickets. I'm going to cut that off. Don't need that. Okay, so that's where it would say be stuck, and then I'll cut that off. Don't think we need to cut any off the bottom. I'll just check. No, like that. Okay, that's great. Let's peel that off. Okay, so once that's dry, I'm going to stitch most probably just around there, I think. Okay, you're not going to see it like that. And then we've got ourselves a pocket. Corner tuck would be a bit different. I wouldn't have done, I would not have done it like that at all. Oh, and I must probably put a rose or something in the middle. Let's see what we got in a minute. That would be quite nice, actually. Yeah, get those out. Cinnamon, we're using pink at the moment. Yeah. Okay, right. So I'll go and stitch around that. And again, today I will stitch around the corners as well. But like I say, if I put it in on a page, I would stitch it on like that. Okay, that's all done. That was so quick and easy, where you could knock them out, couldn't you? If you could find a, like I say, if it was more of a fabricy journal with this could be a really nice doily and hang off the side of the page, which would look lovely. All right, but like I say, I wouldn't have done that unless I looked at that sketch. Okay, which is, I've just brought them up again because I'm going to show you another one, which is that one there. Okay, while I was holding the rose down, gluing that, I was looking at this one here. Right, now I think, right, this could look, this could be a top, quite a high belly band. This could be one of those flip over things, yeah, and you could have some banners hanging down from the top, which I think that would look quite nice. So I might do one of those now. Yeah, and I'll show you what I mean with the banner and everything. So we get a high belly band, yeah, and then something flipping over it on the page. Yes. So again, I wouldn't have thought of doing that because I was looking at that, staring at the sketches while I was holding down the glue on the rose. So I thought that would be perfect for that. Right, so I make it out of a couple of scrap pieces of paper, I think. This is going to be the belly band. So this was just a scrap piece, and I don't know what size that is. I'd say it's about 2 inches. Yeah, just on, well, yeah, 2 inches. So fold in half is about 1 inch. Okay, I'm just going to glue that down. That's too big, but okay. This could have lace on the top and everything, yeah. So we'll measure a page. It's going to go about there, in case we wanted a top on the topper. Top on the topper. Okay. It just shows, you know, beginners and other people, don't get me wrong, you know, and me. It's like showing me, I think, oh, I could do that. But I definitely, most probably would never have thought of it until I saw those card things. And I thought, right, how can we use that shape, you know, that they've done? It's a little bit of overhang, that's fine. I do that. Right, I'm going to, shall I put a bit of lace on? If I do, we don't want too much because if anything, I'll put the lace down here. I think, yeah, because you don't want it too bulky because you want the topper to lay flat against it. So it has to be a very delicate piece of lace. I have some actually that's very fine, so I'll use that. I mean, this could be pattern paper, you know, doesn't have to be plain at all. I just picked up that and I thought that will do. And I'll leave that dry while I fold the other bit. So that's gonna go up there, nice. I mean, I wonder if we do it both. Do you know what? I am, because I usually do that. I think it'll look odd if I don't. Put a bit on there as well. Okay, so that's our belly band. It's going to go there-ish. Yeah. And then we want something big enough. I've just got a book page. This book page is 6 by 9.5, maybe. Looks about that. 9.25. It's literally just a book, random book page. So, yeah, I'm not. I want it so that I can get a topper on, but I don't want it too wide. So I'm just sort of seeing where we are, where we can utilise that book page. Might as well. Got loads of them. And how wide is that? That'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. So let's fold that over. This is just to make a little flip thing. That's all. Yes. So this is going to be our little flip, which will be going over the belly band like that. Yeah. And that lace is fine on top of there. That's great. As long as it's not too heavy. If it's too heavy, it might squish it down, but that is good. So, oh, gesso. Because I have been gesso-less in this one. So I can use a bit of gesso. You could put some, actually, it's going to be lined paper, isn't it? So do you know what? I'm going to do that instead. So let's have a look, see what we've got here. Is that enough? Yeah, that's great. So on the inside is going to be lined. Oh, that's all right. We can do that on the top. I'm just thinking of the banners. Here is our base. So I think what I'm going to do first is ink around the edges. Like that. And we're going to find a topper and some banners. Oh, that took the ink well, didn't it? Okay. Right, got to find a topper of some kind now. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. So I've got that topper there that's really nice, and I feel this has gone a bit dark. I would either gesso it, okay, or use a bit of net, what I have been doing. So I'm going to use net today because I'm definitely going gesso-less for a change, but I do need to just straighten this up a bit because I can see it now and it's like bugging me. Okay. So I'm going to glue some net over the top. Lovely. I've got this one here. It's only a bit of, net curtain. So finer one's really nice as well. If you've got a really nice fine one, that one's quite good. So just gonna put that on there. I think that'll brighten that up. That took the ink, that's because it's really old paper, I think. But it took the ink absolutely brilliantly. And he just holds it down, but I'm stitching around mine, so that's fine. And I don't want to put the inside on yet because I'm thinking of the banners. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll put the banners on and then I'll cover the inside of that. So it's feeling a bit sort of floppy at the moment. And really, you could have a bit of dangly lace on the bottom as well, you know, as well as the dangles, but either or, that's okay. But I thought, no, I'm going to do banners. It's really weird, you know. I've been ages since I've used a banner, and I don't think I didn't put them with this kit, and I wanted them. So it's typical, isn't it? But then they're so easy to make, you know. You just use a bit of paper. Doesn't take much to make, does it? Okay, this I've got a stitch as well. Not sure what I might put on the end yet. But you see, dangly lace would have looked nice. I've got a few things here, you know, like this. That would look nice as well. Like I said, I'm going to use the banners today. And make sure that's on there fairly straight. Okay, now should we stick the banners on now? Right, let's have a look at our page. Oh, I'll do all the stitching together then. So I reckon about there. If I was going to stitch it in, or okay. So, and then I'm going to cut this one down a bit. I've made one out of the book page. Which I thought would look nice at the back. And then two out of the paper. What have I done them? About 1 inch really. I usually do, most things are 1 inch. That comes from hairdressing. It's like, how much do you want cut? 1 inch? Inch. Then someone goes 3/4 of an inch. Like, oh, that's different. Well, just the ends or 1 inch. Yeah. And those two higher up, I don't want much coming out of the bottom there. So, and they are going to go like that. So I reckon, just thinking where that's going to be. I don't want it too long. Right. I think that one's going to go there. Okay. I'll just glue the top. Oh, it's horrible. It's beautiful this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Was they going on top? Oh, these were going on top. Oh, so I need to... Oops. Okay. They are going to go there. Okay, I needed to reference there. They would have been behind, which would have looked very silly. Ink up those to match the rest, because we've only used, you know, a very thin book page, so this is no trouble at all. Don't want to go right down there, do we? Okay. Oh, we better go that way so I can cut off the top. I have to come over there. It's a bit damaged there, so I just think back with all the measuring we used to do for mini albums, and I'm thinking, it's just so freeing, isn't it? We don't measure nothing. It doesn't work out. Do it again and use whatever. It's just brilliant. Love it. Not this. I mean, oh, I do like it, but I wasn't saying it to that. I meant I love junk journaling or journaling as such. It's great. I'll put some ink over these. Okay, this hasn't been coffee stained, you see, and this has, so it's a little bit brighter, but I can tone that in with a bit of ink. Right, okay. So I'm going to stitch all around this now. Okay, folks. Well, I ran out of time yesterday, so this is a new day today. Anyway, the last thing I done before I went yesterday is cut these off. I didn't like them, and it just, I don't know, I just don't think it looks right. So I'll cut them off. And luckily they're not too thick under there. I think a bit of lace would look better. I think because of the way it's looking, that just didn't look odd to me. So I think some lace and a bit of this, that sort of thing, will look so much better. Yeah, even some dangle lace, but I actually haven't got any around, so I will just use what I got here today. Oh, nice. And plus, you know, it's not too bad though, because it was only single layer. But no, I didn't like it at all, so I might use that on something else, but it didn't look right on there. And a bit of this, I think. There he is. He only sits outside the door here in my studio. He's not an outdoor cat at all. He just don't like it, but he does like to, because we've got a courtyard, and my studio's in the courtyard, and that's all he goes. And if he hears anybody, he runs in here frightened. Oh dear. And not meant to be indoor cats, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they were quite welcome to go out, but nope, would they not? Not either one of them. And got two half rug dolls, and what I call, and the other one is like a feral cat, you know. But none of them wanted to go out. Right, should we have that under there? Just fancy something there. Might as well use that. Oh, get it the other way up. A bit like cut off the other. Right, I don't know what I've got here. I haven't got a lot around me. I've only got pink roses. And those. Oh, have I got any of those? Yeah, that might be alright. No, don't like that. No, that might look alright there, look. How strange. That looks okay though. Yeah, look. Do you know, I'm going to use it because it looks okay, and I think because, you know, it'd be quite a funny story behind that tag, wouldn't it? Whoever gets it. I was like, snip off. Don't like you. Right, I think we're done. Okay, so that would just flip over the belly band that was up there, and that just come from that tag, didn't it? That card shape or card sketch, I think they used to call them. Here we go. and that's there. Yeah, so that'll look great on a page. So keep them together. So I think that's it, isn't it? So I've done that one, those two, wasn't it? The first two. Put it the right way up, I do. There, which I love the vellum one. I like both. I love both of these. And then we had the pocket, didn't we? Just and that was all from. Was that it? Oh, and corner tuck. That was like very, very quick. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so I think that'll do for this video. Like, I do like to try and keep these quite short if I can. So we can, you know, I can get on with other things. So I hope you enjoyed that Try It Tuesday. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.